I don't know if you can tell, but it's thunder and lightning.
Good morning, y'all. I had a dream that I couldn't vlog anymore because my camera wouldn't turn on. And I was like, oh no, this means I can't vlog anymore. Whoa. But actually, the reality is I could get another camera and I could keep vlogging. So, dream's not real, but it's just my fear. My fear is that because I love these vlogs so much, my fear is that I will lose the chance at making these vlogs, and I don't want to do that because I just love this so much. And so I've been thinking a lot about like next steps going forward. And by the way, like, you know, I've been thinking about why I even do these vlogs. It's like I have to remind myself, like, okay, Pardis, like, what is anyone benefiting from you talking about your life? Like, no one gives a shit about your life. And the truth is, actually, I'm making these because this is something that I would want to watch. You know, I'd want to see, you know, like, I'm telling you that there are certain goals that I have, and I'm showing you what I'm doing to get there. And because I would want, when I see someone that is successful or has goals or is on the road to success, I'd want to see like how they got there. What were they doing the whole time? You know, like, what are they thinking? What are their habits? What am I not doing that they're doing? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you should be with like me, because actually, you know, like, I don't know if you should be like me because we don't know yet how everything turns out. And maybe you see my habits and stuff and you see that I'm sucking at life and you don't want to be like me, so you can use me as a cautionary tale. But either way, to me, it's so helpful and nice to see not just what people are telling me, like, do this, do that, like, actually see their life and see their thought process, like, as they're, like, just going through life. That, for me, is really valuable. And so that's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you, like, my surroundings, where I am, my atmosphere, and actually, like, past couple months, I really feel like I struggle, but I'm constantly getting better. And I do have an upward trajectory, so that's actually a good thing. So maybe, like, whatever I'm doing, even though it kind of looks like a disaster from the outside, and even from the inside it looks and feels like a disaster, but when I look at the numbers, I'm like, holy shit, I own 2 properties. And right now, which is what I was going to tell you next, like, right now I am trying to figure out how to do the 3rd property, because the way that I got my first 2 homes was that I was able to qualify for a loan from the bank. And the way that I qualified for a loan was that I had read up and studied, okay, how do I get a loan, and I talked to a lot of lenders until I was able to get and I was like, okay, so I need to get a full-time salaried job. Like, you know, being self-employed is not going to cut it. 1099 form is not going to cut it. I need a full-time salaried job that makes, like, more than, let's say, $40,000 to $60,000 a year, and which isn't a lot, but it's, like, enough to qualify for a loan. So, and I need to show, like, 2 years of bank statements. So I did that for the first one, you know, then left my job, and then I did that for a second one, which actually I was lucky enough. If you can get someone to give you any job, any full-time salary job, if you can get a full-time salary job, which is actually very easy to get in Dallas. It's very easy to get any kind of salary job in Dallas. I mean, they're desperate for people to work. So that's what I did for the second one. It was also, I asked someone to give me a job just until I get the loan, and I was like, yeah, I'll work for you basically until I get this loan approved. And the loan was based on the job. So I did that, and then I quit the job, you know. And so I don't know if that makes sense, and the way I'm saying it kind of sounds like fraud, but maybe just keep the job so it's not fraud. But yeah, you need certain things in order to qualify for a bank loan more easily. But now I don't really have that anymore. I'm a waitress, and a waitress job is unfortunately not gonna help you get your get a loan from the bank. Like it's just not enough to cut it. You need something that's very guaranteed, set in stone, and stable. And a waitress job is not that. And so right now, and no matter how much it pays, so right now my only options are either pay in cash, go somewhere where I can buy land very cheap or whatever, which is very possible because I live in Texas and there's enough land to go around. Or what I can do is try to get a home equity loan against my first house and use that to get a third property. And then there's a third option, and that is what I'm working on right now with my friend, commercial real estate agent Ethan, the one that you saw in my real estate channel. And that is we're trying to learn the ins and outs of everything we can do to make the perfect real estate syndication based on what I've been doing it, using the model that I've been doing, but learning from people that are doing it at a mass scale. So really trying to like become experts in the multi-family rental business, like, but at a really large scale. People that are doing it like not just like like me, where it's like one rental at a time, like a lot at once in a building. And so that's what we want to try to crack the code on, is getting the highest margins on a project like that, and it's called and pulling in investors into what's called a syndication. And that's when you get other people to invest in your project. So that's gonna take a really long time, because like, I'm not advanced enough to buy a building, let alone buy a building for other people using other people's money and like promise to them that their money is going somewhere. So I have to really, really understand what I'm doing, and it's scary, but like there's absolutely no other way for me to do this. Like the only way out is through. And so I don't give a shit. Like at this point, I feel like I've already had all my mental breakdowns. You've seen my mental breakdowns. You've seen my like freakouts. And I had another like panic attack yesterday. Like, you're seeing all of it. And I'm gonna keep doing it because like YOLO, I want to make a lot of money. And it's funny because I'm actually on my way to go and meet with this guy. We're working on this like consulting business. So he was telling me about his he had like told his mom that he's working on this consulting business, and his mom was like, oh no, what if you fail? This is such a big undertaking. Like, don't spread yourself too thin. Like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, why are you doing such a big thing? And the thing is, our consulting business is not even that big. It's like, it would be so easy compared to like literally everything else that both he and I are doing. Like, he's a headhunter for this like big firm. He's making phone calls all day long, like, trying to put deals together between athletes and big brands, and between China, the US, Mexico. Like, he's just working 24/7 as an employee, so he's not even getting all the benefits from that. He's not getting paid that much, which is fine for now. But like, and I'm also working my ass off. It's like, well, if we're gonna be working our asses off, why don't we just go hard? You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be working your ass off anyway. And so like, his mom saying that, like, I've just felt like telling her, because I don't know her, and she's probably a really sweet woman, but I just felt like telling her, like, you are an employee. You are an employee somewhere in middle America. You've still been working your ass off for this employer. Your son is gonna be working his ass off for an employer. If you're gonna be working your ass off anyway, why don't you just go hard? Just go all the way. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what we're gonna be doing. And you know what? From us working our asses off and going all the way, at some point, we will not be working our asses off. And at some point, we will probably be able to sustain everybody else's lifestyles in our lives. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a baller. And so, like, you know what? If you don't want to be a baller, fine. Work your ass off as a little guy, pulling garbage in for this person or that person for the rest of your life. And I am doing that right now because that's what I'm doing as a waitress, is like literally just to keep me afloat while I do all this shit, you know? I mean, I have the rentals stuff, but like that's not stable. Like I need the waitressing stuff. I still need to be an employee, but like part-time. And I don't know, I was telling this to Ethan yesterday and he was like, listen, Pardis, people need to be there. The world needs people that are not winners. The world needs people that are going to be employees, because if there's no employees, then who's gonna take out the garbage? Who's gonna do the stuff? Who's gonna do the hard work? And I was like, that's interesting. But I want at least my circle of people to be winners and like do the hard work, take out the garbage, do all these things. And you need to do that, actually. Even if you're like Elon Musk, you need to take out your own garbage, because like it's part of just being an adult. But like I want my circle of people, like I want my circle of the internet to be winners. I want you guys to be winners, and I want you to like post your vlogs in here, because like I don't know why, but I really like making these vlogs because it's really cathartic, because it's something that I would have wanted to watch myself. So anyway, sorry for like the long ramble. I hope you enjoyed the thunder and lightning last night, and I'm gonna go into my meeting now and tell you how it goes. See you later.